Hello, welcome to the Uncertainty Center. My name is Jim Bowden. This is the first of 3 videos that I'm doing. Each of the videos I will be talking about a new program that I'm releasing. All 3 of the programs are Quincunx type programs. The first that I'm going to talk about right now is called the Galton Board. And what I'm going to do in this video is explain, 1, what a Quincunx is, who is the program for, why did I go with the design that I did, where do you get the program, and finally, how do you run the program. And the last is the easiest. The program is super simple to run, and just sit back. I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you. The device on the left that we've been looking at is, the technical name is Quincunx. The definition of a Quincunx is 5 dots, 4 of them in each corner of a square, and the 5th one in the center. So think of it as a die. You've got 4 dots, 1 in each corner, and the 5th dot is right in the center. Well, we don't need the die anymore. We've got our 5 dots that make the Quincunx, and what we're going to do is duplicate those across the screen so we have a full row of dots that look like this, and then we're going to copy those down the page, and now we've got a full array of dots that make up this Quincunx pattern. And then at the bottom we're going to put some columns because we're going to be dropping balls down through this Quincunx pattern, and we need a place for the balls to end up in. So next we need a ball, and we're going to drop the ball through this Quincunx pattern, and each of these black dots, think of it as being a pin, and when the ball hits the pin, it goes left or right. It does that at random, just like flipping a coin. Let's say tails, you flip the tails, it goes left. If you flip a heads, it goes right. So we flip tails, we went left. Flip it again, heads, we go right. Heads, tails, heads, 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 tails, 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 heads, and finally a heads that come out, and then the ball drops into the column. Now, if we were to drop a bunch of balls through here, we would end up with something like this, and this gets at the beauty of a Quincunx, because when you drop a lot of balls through that series of, or the pattern of pins, you'll end up with this bell-shaped curve, meaning that you'll have a lot of balls in the center and fewer balls as you go out farther to the edge, either way. This original device was invented by a guy by the name of Galton, and it looked like this. And you can see up here at the top there's a bunch of balls, or he actually used shot there for balls, and then he's got his rows of pins, and then at the bottom he's already run some, and you can see that you got a bell-shaped curve down here at the bottom. And this device today is referred to as a Galton board, just named after Francis Galton, although Francis Galton referred to this device as a Quincunx. That picture was a little hard to see. I traced it, and this gives you a better look of what it really looked like. You got the balls at the top, the rows of pins, and then the distribution at the bottom. And when you run out of balls and you want to run it again, you'd end up having to turn it upside down. All the balls would fall down here to the bottom now and fill up this area, and then when you want to run it again, you would flip it right side up. It would fill this funnel back up, and the balls would start falling through, and then make the distribution at the bottom. The Galton board that I've got, the program is designed to simulate the original Galton board. The only real difference is up here at the top. This mechanism at the top is considerably different than what the Galton board had, and I will explain that in a minute why I went with this design. When writing a program like this, one of the first questions you ask yourself is, who is this program going to be for? And in this case, the program is primarily going to be for students, and I'm defining a student as anyone that hasn't seen a Quincunx before. And then the secondary people are the teachers and instructors, anybody that's going to teach a student how to use a Quincunx. When I designed the quincunx, I knew exactly what I was looking for. I wanted it to look like the first quincunx that I saw, which would be a quincunx that I'm showing on the right there. And it has a lot of advantages over many of the quincunxes I've seen. This has a fairly sophisticated feeder mechanism at the top that allows the instructor to start and stop the quincunx whenever he wants to. And rows of pins are close enough together that when the balls fall through, they slow down. It slows the action down, and then the balls fall through the column. It gives the instructor a lot of time to tell a story, and the student can really watch the action as it goes. It's a pretty good model for a quincunx, I think. This is a close-up of the feeder mechanism. The picture is a little dark and it's kind of hard to see, but if you look, the slider mechanism, an instructor would move that back and forth. It has 6 notches in it, and every time it's empty, a ball will fall in it if there's a ball available above. And then the balls, when it passes over the escapement just above the funnel, it falls down through the pin. Okay, let's do a side-by-side comparison here. The real quincunx on the right and the program on the left, and it doesn't look too bad. The balls seem to be bouncing through the pins about the same and falling down. I think I did pretty good, but let me know below what you think. I'd be interested in hearing. You can get the program at uncertaintycenter.com, and I've provided a link below. The name of the program when you download it is a galtonboard.exe, and it is an executable file. It's not an install program. The program will just run as an exe file, so you can copy it over to a memory stick or whatever and just take and run it on another computer. And there are no ads in it, and there's no update now type stuff in there. It's just the program. The way it is the way it should stay. Okay, let's run the program. Like I said, it's super simple. You just click on the run key up on the top right there. It starts the machine and the balls begin to drop. Anytime you want to stop it, just press on that stop button there and it'll stop. If you want to run one, just one ball, just click on that, the run one button, and it'll run one ball. Move down to the bottom where the columns are, and you can click on columns and you can set markers up there. Like if you wanted to highlight some columns, you can highlight them, and you can turn them on and off. You got one on here, just click on it and it'll turn it off. Or you can hold the control key down and click any place in this column area and it will shut all of them off. And let's see, we got the reset button. This is after you run some and you want to start all over again, just click on the reset button and it empties the machine out and fills the bin back up at the top. And there is a minor problem with the program. Sometimes when you maximize the screen and then go back to normal mode, you will end up with something that might look like this, where it's kind of lopped off on the bottom. And there's the way around it right now, there's 2 keys on the keyboard, the plus and minus on the main keyboard, not the numpad. But if I press the plus key, it will stretch it out, and you just take it where it fits. You can go past where it is. But anyways, that's a way to correct it. But that's all there is to running it. Like I said, it's really a simple program to run, and I hope you enjoy it.